The testimony of Ruth.
I am Ruth, a Moabite woman, and my story is one of loss, loyalty, and redemption. I didn't grow up knowing the God of Israel, but everything in my life changed when I married into an Israelite family. My husband, his brother, and their parents had come to Moab to escape a famine in their land. We built a life together, and I came to love not only my husband, but also his family, especially my mother-in-law, Naomi. But soon, tragedy struck. First, my father-in-law died. Then, both my husband and his brother were taken by death too, leaving Naomi and me widowed and alone. But even though I was heartbroken, I wasn't the only one. Naomi had lost not just her sons, but also her husband. Naomi decided to return to Bethlehem, her homeland, where the famine had ended. She urged me and Orpah, my sister-in-law, to stay in Moab, to return to our own families and start new lives. Orpah tearfully agreed and left, but something inside me wouldn't let go. I couldn't abandon Naomi, not now. Naomi was my family, my heart, my connection to something greater than myself. I made a choice that day, and I told Naomi, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." I knew that I could not leave her. I had come to believe in the God of Israel, the God Naomi trusted, and I knew I had to follow her wherever she went. When we arrived in Bethlehem, it wasn't easy. I went out to the fields to glean, gathering whatever barley was left behind by the harvesters. And then something unexpected happened. I caught the eye of Boaz, the owner of the field. He was a kind man, a relative of Naomi's late husband. He made sure I was protected, that I had enough to eat, and that I could glean safely. Naomi saw God's hand in this. She encouraged me to seek Boaz as our Redeemer, a relative who could marry me and restore our family's name. I was nervous, unsure of what to expect, but I trusted Naomi's wisdom. I approached Boaz with humility, asking him to fulfill this role, and he did. He honored me, respected me, and took me as his wife. The kindness shown by Boaz was rooted in a deeper cultural and legal practice known as the law of the kinsman redeemer. In ancient Israel, if a woman was widowed without a son, her nearest male relative was expected to marry her to continue the family lineage and restore the family's estate. Through this union, God blessed us with a son, Obed. And Naomi, who had lost so much, became a grandmother. The joy that filled her heart, the life that returned to her eyes, was more than I could have ever hoped for. God had not abandoned us. He had taken my sorrow, my loss, and turned it into something beautiful. But what I didn't know at the time was how much bigger this story was. My son, Obed, would grow up to be the grandfather of King David, and through David's line, the Savior of the world would come, Jesus, the Messiah. God had woven me, a foreigner from Moab, into the very fabric of his plan to redeem all of humanity. Looking back, I realized that my journey was never just about me. It was about faithfulness, about love that goes beyond blood and borders, about trusting in a God who can take even the most broken pieces of our lives and make something new. My story resonates deeply within both Christian and Jewish traditions. In Christianity, it prefigures the redemption offered through Christ, as I am an ancestor of King David, and thus of Jesus himself.
Ruth's life teaches us that when we cling to God in seasons of loss, He can lead us into stories of unimaginable redemption. Are you willing to follow Him even when you can't see what's ahead?